You tap your card, a soft beep, a green light, and in that moment, money appears. Not moves, not transfers, appears. That coffee you just bought didn't come from your savings. Not really. It came from a system that quietly created new money the instant you said yes, and almost nobody understands how. This matters right now because more money is being created today than at any other point in human history. Not by governments announcing stimulus, but by ordinary people buying ordinary things. Groceries, gas, subscriptions, rent. Every swipe is a small financial event. Together, they quietly shape the entire economy. So let's slow that moment down, that tap, that beep, and ask the uncomfortable question hiding inside it. Who actually creates the money when you swipe your card? Because the answer is not who you think. Most people imagine money as something fixed, a pile that already exists. You earn it, you spend it, it moves around. That mental model is comforting. It's also wrong. To see why, we have to go back a few decades, before cards, before apps, before instant approvals. When you paid with cash, money really did move. Physical bills changed hands. Someone lost cash, someone gained it. But cards changed the game. When you swipe a debit card, it feels like cash. When you swipe a credit card, it feels like delayed cash. Both feel like spending, neither is. Let's start with the credit card, because that's where the illusion is strongest. You swipe your card for $5. Your bank approves it instantly. The merchant gets paid. It feels simple, but here's what actually happened. Your bank didn't give the merchant your money, because your money wasn't involved. The bank created a loan. That $5 didn't exist before you swiped. It exists now because the bank says you owe it. Your swipe didn't move money. It triggered money creation. This is the part that usually breaks people's brains. Banks don't lend existing money. They create new money when they lend. This isn't conspiracy. This is how modern banking works. When a bank approves a credit transaction, it adds numbers to two places at once, an asset on their balance sheet, a liability on yours. Poof! New money enters the system. And this isn't small. In the U.S., the vast majority of money isn't printed by the government. It's created by private banks through lending, mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards. Every loan is money creation. Every repayment is money destruction, which means the money supply isn't controlled by a printing press. It's controlled by incentives. Banks decide when it's profitable to create money. Consumers decide when to accept it. Now let's talk about debit cards, because people assume those are different. They feel safer, real money. But even there, the story isn't clean. Your bank balance isn't a vault of cash waiting for you. It's a promise. When you see $2,000 in your account, that money isn't sitting somewhere with your name on it. It's been lent out, invested, reused. Your bank keeps a fraction on hand. The rest exists as claims. So when you swipe a debit card, the system is settling promises, not handing over bills. And behind the scenes, banks are constantly creating and destroying money to keep this illusion stable. Here's the quiet irony. The more confidently you swipe, the more power banks have to create money. Because money today is not backed by gold. It's backed by behavior. Your willingness to spend, to borrow, to repay. Now zoom out. Imagine millions of people swiping cards every minute. Each swipe creates a tiny loan. Each loan expands the money supply. This is why consumer confidence matters so much, not emotionally, mechanically. When people stop swiping, money creation slows. When people swipe aggressively, money floods the system. This is why recessions feel sudden and booms feel artificial, because the money supply expands and contracts based on collective belief. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. When you swipe your card, you are not the customer. You are the product. The real customer is the debt. Banks don't make money from transactions. They make money from balances, from interest, from time.
Your swipe is only valuable if it turns into a revolving balance. This is why credit card rewards exist. Cash back, points, miles. They're not gifts, they're bait. Banks are willing to pay you to swipe because swiping creates money they control. And statistically, some of it will stick. Some balances won't be paid in full. Some interest will accrue. Some fees will activate. And that's where the real profit lives. Quietly, predictably. Now add one more layer. Who decides how much money gets created? Not Congress, not the Treasury. Banks. Because banks decide who gets approved. Two people swipe the same card, same amount, different outcomes. One gets approved, money is created. The other gets declined, money never exists. Credit scores are not moral judgments, they are filters for money creation. The higher your score, the more money the system allows you to summon with a swipe. This is why inequality compounds. People with access to credit can create money cheaply. People without it can't. And the system pretends this is neutral. Now let's talk about inflation, because this is where it all comes together. When too much money chases the same goods, prices rise. Everyone knows this, but most people blame the government, or corporations, or greed, rarely the mechanism. Every swipe contributes. Every loan adds pressure. Inflation isn't just something that happens to us, it's something we participate in, not individually, systemically. And when inflation rises, the cost of creating money rises too. Interest rates go up, approvals tighten. Suddenly the same swipe doesn't work, and that's when people realize how fragile the system is, because the money they thought they had was conditional. Now zoom out even further. We live in an economy where money is created by private institutions, triggered by personal decisions, regulated loosely, and destroyed when debt is paid or written off. It's elegant, it's efficient, it's unstable, because stability depends on confidence. Confidence that people will keep swiping, confidence that people will keep paying, confidence that tomorrow looks like today. And history tells us that confidence breaks faster than systems admit. So the next time you swipe your card, pause for half a second. That beep isn't a payment, it's a permission. Permission for a bank to create money. Permission for debt to exist. Permission for the system to keep expanding. The real question isn't who creates money when you swipe. The real question is this. In a world where money only exists because we agree to owe it back, what happens the moment too many people stop believing the swipe is worth it?